episodes ago, we were standing at this very spot preparing to launch ourselves to the hard mode of Pharaoh Sirius, one of the 2 new side dungeons that's been released into this game. Today though, we're taking on a different challenge altogether, and it'll start here in Limsa and take us all across Eorzea as we prepare to say farewell to part of Final Fantasy's legacy. So with that in mind, greetings people of the world, Matthew back with you here in Overall Autism for this special bonus video of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. Today, we are going to be taking on a seasonal event that started on Remembrance Day on November 11th, or Armistice Day, or Veterans Day, depending on where you live in the world, and it will continue on to the end of the calendar year, but its window of opportunity for participation may be very small. So, let's not waste any time. Let's make our way over to the Drowning Wench here in Limsa, where we're going to speak with someone of interest who can help get us started on our way. So we're taking the opportunity to speak with this young lady here, a Lalafell by the name of Rimumu. So, why do you say we take on her challenge at level 30 entitled A Journey to Remember? Rimumu has caught wind of a promising story and seeks an adventurer to help separate fact from fiction. Excuse me, sir, do you have a moment? I'm Rimumu with the Harbour Herald, and judging by your dress, you're one of those well-travelled adventurers I've heard so much about. No doubt one as worldly as yourself has heard the rumours of an unusual warrior maiden from the Far East. Danger constantly follows in her footsteps, and the Far Easterners I've spoken with claim her dress and fighting style are nothing they've ever seen. Do you know what happened the last time a strange warrior from unknown lands came to Eorzea? That upstart Peter Winsome practically stole the parchment from my desk to write his story. Our readership soon doubled, and he's been regarded as the Harbour Herald's finest reporter ever since. That should have been my story, and I'll be damned if he beats me to this one. But if following her is as dangerous as it sounds, I'll need an adventurer like you to keep me safe. If you're interested, meet me down at Costa del Sol. That was where she was last spotted, so that's where I plan to start. Very well. Yes, and we get a fancy logo for this particular journey that we're going to be going on. It's going to be with us throughout the entire duration of what we're doing. So, Mr. Mumu said to go to Costa del Sol. That is in Eastern Noscea, where we had the opportunity to deal with WizKate and doing the crazy set of tasks that he asked for us to do to be able to get our clue on where to go in order to fight Titan for the very first time. And just like on the last day we did his tasks for WizKate, it's a bloody raining storm out here. No Costa del Sol for us today. Rimumu? Yeah, perhaps the weather is a sign of things to come. Ah, you're here at last. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. She was just here a few bells ago, or so I'm told. Oh. Look! Over there! Could it be? And we even get mystery music. I do believe this is the woman of interest that we've found. Begging your pardons, please do not think me strange for asking, but can you tell me if we are close to Selbina? Or perhaps Moara? I fear I'm hopelessly lost. Selbina? Moara? Well, sorry dear, but you're on the eastern shore of Valbrand, Eastern Noscea to be precise. I take it you're the far eastern traveller that's been the talk of the taverns as of late. You've cut quite the warpath through Eorzea from what I've heard. Yes, I heard from the Far East, but Valbrand? Noscea? I cannot recall such names. Though truth be told, I cannot recall much of anything since awakening in these strange surroundings. By Baragot's beard! You mean you've lost your memory? I remember my name is Iroha. I am training in the way of the glaive, though I feel I'm still a novice. Before awakening here, I was on a mission to... forgive me, it is hard to make sense of what little I can recall. The only clear thoughts in my mind are of Master, and a powerful technique I labor to perfect, Amatsu Kiyori. I am certain it is essential to completing my mission. Interesting you remember training above all else. Perhaps that's the key. If you continue to practice your master's teachings, it stands to reason other related memories might come back to you. Recalling my mission, my first recalling master's teachings. Yes, that does seem plausible. I do not doubt many of the techniques I have learned have a specific purpose. It would only be a matter of focusing on this particular one. And so? This is the scoop I've been looking for. A Far Eastern warrior on a special mission? What if we're in danger? This isn't like some fairy tale like Peter's story. People need to know about this, but she's no good to us if she can't remember anything. You have to help us so we can get to the bottom of this. Alright, but why are we whispering? Here, take this map before you go. Training won't do you any good if you get lost now, will it? Your kindness is greatly appreciated. Thank you. To journey alone in this strange land would be a trial all its own, I am sure. Might we explore the shore south of here? I recall mentioned that the beach was an excellent place for training. Something about the aquatic wildlife being suitable for sparring. If the creatures here are similar, I would very much like to try my hand against them. And I trust you'll ensure she has every opportunity to do so. Now don't let me keep you. The sooner she remembers her mission, the better. When she's had her fill of combating critters along the coast, perhaps you should rest in Noscea where it's safer. Bulwark Hall should do nicely. It's the first place she'll see after coming through the gates. Alright. Then away you go then, Miss Aroha, and we'll join up with you shortly. Yeah, you're just gonna go and chill over at the bar there, Miss Rimumu. So we are now asked to participate in a fate called Our Favorite Pastime. That fate is actually currently active right now, so hopefully we can get to it in time if people are currently in the process of doing it. Are you kidding me? I got stuck on fish, on a fish trap, and yeah, there are already people out here taking this fate on. Let's get in on it. Yeah, let's pick a fight with a crab. And start helping to take them down. Yeah, we lose if Aroha gets knocked out. Hopefully it will not come to that. And we get special battle music as well for this place. Yeah, there goes Aroha, taking on whatever crabs she can. Alright. I'll get this one alongside you here, Aroha. For those of you wondering about that title, Sky Pirate, it's something we're going to see next time. Something we're going to learn about next time. And that takes care of that. I believe that will suffice for now. Well, that's good. Fighting alongside such an seasoned warrior has been educational. Sorry. I'm grateful that you chose to accompany me. Thank you. So yeah, we'll pick up with her again once we return to Limsa. So, back over there. And so, as she walks off, we will reunite with her once we get to our intended destination. Bulwark Hall, for those of you who are unfamiliar, that's the place that you go to in order to meet with the Admiral. That's where you get the lift to go and meet with her. So, let's go off to the right here. So she'll be right over here. Here you are. Training at the beach was invigorating. It has been too long since I enjoyed such sport, fighting alongside one so well versed in the arts of war. I would like to think I improved my form by following your example. At first I doubted crabs would be suitable for practice, but I was quite wrong. Testing my strength against their hardened shells swing after swing, over and over again. I could easily spend days or even weeks at a time battling them. If I could only remember who suggested this training regimen. Well, we also found this, an Octastone Shard. Why don't we bestow it upon you, Miss Aroha? Oh my, what a peculiar stone. I sense something within it. Something familiar. something dark. Yeah, I'd say that looked dark. Yeah, visions of her memories. She certainly has a determined look on her face, so she must know what she's doing. A grueling battle in the cold against evil made manifest. A lord of shadows long dead, yet somehow resurrected. The fate of the realm hanging in the balance. I remember! And yet I am not convinced these visions relate to my mission. Why would a master entrust me with the means to slay such a foe? The answers must lie within my memories. They have to. All the more reason I must hurry to complete my training and perfect Amatsu Kyori. While waiting for your arrival, I asked a couple of travelers from Gridania, I think, where I might find creatures of a more dark and unusual nature. They told me of a place called Hawk Manor, a cursed estate whose grounds play host to various sorts of hellish monsters. These creatures sound like promising opponents, full of the fury and cunning I would expect in a true battle. Now then, let us be off. When we are finished, we can meet in the nearby town. Alright. And she even bows to me to show her respect, as Far Easterners tend to do. So, we now must go to Central Noscea and to Hawk Manor, so I will meet you guys in a moment once we have made our way there. Alright, the Way of the Samurai challenge has now been activated. Yeah, I had seen it was actually open before I got into Hawk Manor. A group completed it just before I did. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to help Aroha here along with Ja Ixel. And we got some more people coming out to help too. And that's good. Gives them a sign that they are not too late. Accompanied by Aroha. Next. Take these guys and bring them down. We now have Turbo Tours. They're not Turbo Tours. Yeah, people are starting to file in, so... And there's always an window of opportunity, but of course, considering that this is going on throughout the entire duration of the calendar year, I cannot necessarily say if a person will have the opportunity to complete this in time. But, well, they could, but obviously once a group of people have come through here and have already finished it, they're not gonna come back and do this again. So it stands to reason that the sooner you get the opportunity to do this challenge, the better. Yes, don't worry, Aroha, I shall assist you. I shall be at your side. These demons they called mine old story who surpasses and amidst the great samurai fought against once fought such beings. Perhaps by defeating these demons I can do the same. Now let's go over here because we got a Topaz Carbuncle fighting against the Gore Demon and it needs help. And that takes care of this challenge. It would seem we have driven them back. Alas, I could scarcely master your pace. This will not do. There must be a way for me to improve more quickly. Well, why don't we go to Gridania and help her figure that out. Yeah, we'll have no problem going down to Gridania to assist further with Aroha's understanding of what she's trying to do. And perhaps it was appropriate that the rain that was in Noscea has ended up here in Gridania, considering we were fighting a whole bunch of Void Scent. I think it was very appropriate. So, Miss Aroha. Thank you for once again aiding in my training. To witness such majesty and grace on the battlefield is truly inspiring. It served as a wonderful lesson in combat. And we now have an Aura Stone Shard for you. Oh, you have found yet another strange stone. Yet it radiates with a warmth much like the last. But the color is... Wait! Do you hear that? Hear what? Oh, and who might you be?
A long and arduous journey together with a young girl. This vision is not what I expected. We fought many battles together and we were not alone. No, I dare say our comrades were well beyond counting. But what business would I, a lowly student, have when undertaking such missions? I cannot make sense of it. Still, I must thank you for this. Before meeting you, I was hopelessly lost, smothered by a fog of fear and uncertainty. But now I have your light to guide me. You have brought me yet another step closer to completing my training and unlocking the memories still dormant within me. After speaking with a few of the patrons here before you arrived, I believe I found the perfect place to continue honing my skills. The Segoli Desert. If what I was told is true, a creature of unspeakable terror roams the sands. They say its strength is impossible to gauge, as no one lives to tell of its great might. But together, I believe we can lay the beast low. When we have finished, we can take a hard-earned rest in Uldar.
Alright. So, let's go ahead and make our way to the Segoli Desert. We can get there by accessing the Forgotten Springs, and I'll see you there in a moment. Our boss has arrived. This is a single opponent we're fighting. This is Circuit we have to fight against here. We have to wait until Iroha has done speaking about it. So you've heard the stories? I agree. Let's go. Yeah, you have to wait for 30 seconds for her to be able to say all of her lines, and then you start kicking its butt. Let's spring and into a legend and see ours go in its wake. Well, there's no lacking for legend for the Warrior of Light, that's for sure. Let's see if I can slow him down. I can. Good. Yeah, because sometimes there will be enemies that you cannot hit slow on, including a lot of bosses. But so far we're off to a good start. Yeah, someone actually offered me a spot in a party among the group that's currently involved now, but considering that I'm documenting everything for you guys, they would already be done the fate long after, they would be long done the next fate after I finished, coming through, reading the story with Iroha here. Yeah, I have to document everything correctly or else it will be all for naught. In any event, we're doing a very good job of damaging Circuit here. Oh, I can't stun him, darn. That's not good. Into the air, pow! And we'll just keep on going until you're down, Mr. Circuit. I wonder how they gave you that name. Well, you're certainly good at producing tornadoes. I'm almost out of TP. But I will not run out before Mr. Circuit is dead. And that's another one gone.
To think that we managed to defeat such a foe.
Yes, we did.
And yet, I find that there is something within me still wanting. I must find a way to overcome this. I must find my way home.
Well, we'll join you in Uldar in order to continue on with the story. Don't get eaten by a sandworm there, Roha. But hey, if you can beat Circuit, you can beat anything. So, we are to go meet with her at the Adventurers Guild. So that's where we will go for this. Yeah, I've already had the opportunity to take Rika, my avatar that I introduced to you during this series, All Saints Wake, through this challenge already to see where everything is and has to be done. So, Iroha.
There are no words to express my gratitude for your assistance. Never in my wildest dreams did I imagine confronting the legendary circuit. If not for you, I would be one of the countless victims who succumbed to its poisonous sting.
And now we give you an Aura Stone Shard to look at. We'll see if this is able to help you get any closer to achieving your goals.
Another stone. Yes, it comes to me now. A mortal struggle. Forbidden magics uttered in a final bid for salvation.
Sounds like someone we know. But not that guy. Yeah, always giving me that determined look on your face before we fade to black.
It all makes sense now. The pitched battles, the arduous journeys, the fellowship of adventurers. It was not my life that I recalled, but rather the tales of a great hero I mistook as myself. I suspected such feats were too extraordinary to be my own, and the memories held within the stone never moved all doubt. They were of a journey into the past, one that revealed a horrible truth I dare not repeat aloud. And I remember my home, Vanadiel. It's not some territorial continent, but an entirely different world. My true memories return to me now, and it is all thanks to you. More importantly, I believe I understand how to wield a Matsukiori. It should not be long before my path home is clear to me as well, but first I must see my training to its completion. While waiting here, I heard unsettling stories of a foul beast terrorizing Bronze Lake. This is the perfect opportunity to put into practice everything I've learned. Today is the day I wield the power of a Matsukiori. After this last endeavor, let us meet in Limsalominsa.
And go back where it all started. We will see you there, Miss Iroha. So in the meantime, back to Noscea and we work to Bronze Lake. I'll see you guys there in a moment. Okay, so this last fate works a little bit differently. Instead of waiting for fates to pop up, we stay here at this destination, and we wait for Miss Iroha to arrive. Commence the Kingdom Matsukiori? Yes. Alright, here's Miss Iroha.
On your guard, I sense a dark presence.
I'm ready when you are.
There, and it is not alone.
Alright, so...
But I am not alone either.
Yeah, problem is... Yeah, you'll deal with the dragon, I take the eye. Okay, here we go. Problem is, considering where we are fighting, it is not surprising that I will be stuck having to deal with a salamander as well, because there will be a whole bunch of feral enemies that we'll have to put up with over the course of this challenge. But the thing is, we are way too close to a whole bunch of feral enemies that will constantly interfere over the course of this fight. In fact, I should bring out my Geisel Greens to bring out my Chocobo. Alright, here we go. Yeah, because I've already lost half my health due to the fact that I couldn't really help out when I wanted to. Move! Move! I'm gonna be forced to fight this thing on my own. Yeah, it's unharmed until we defeat the spotter. Problem is, because I'm on my own, I might not be able to do this solo. Yeah, that's the thing with this particular last challenge, is that you can be forced to fight it on your own without any assistance. Yeah, for some reason I don't know why my Final Fantasy XIV has been crashing on me today. It crashed on me during a skip in a cutscene, and then I got kicked out on the warp over here to Bronze Lake, therefore missing out on an opportunity to have a proper party accompany me in order to do this fight. Which means I pretty much am fearing that I will fail this fate. And in fact, that's pretty much what I anticipate will occur. Because there is no way I can be able to do this on my own, even with the chocobo assistance. Yeah, a million souls sing to Miss Aroha, but she is definitely taking a lot of pain out here, and I am almost dead. I am almost dead. Yeah, sorry, Aroha, I'm gonna end up letting you down. Yeah, because even once we beat the stupid spotter, then we have to spend all that time fighting the Dread Dragon, in addition to all the feral enemies that are going to show up whenever they want to. Yeah, I am really up against it right now. And so is my chocobo, sadly. Yeah, the thing is, my chocobo can't keep up with trying to heal me, which means we are going to fail. I mean, I feel like I'm doing well in terms of actually inflicting damage. Unfortunately, yeah, I know you're fearing your limit. The problem is, the way that this game has been treating me today, I'm sorry I can't be more of a help to you. Alright, we killed the spotter. Yeah, she's making a declaration to Master. But now we need to actually do the fight, for real, against the Dread Dragon. The power fills you, huh? I believe she's learned the Amatsu Kyori. She believes she knows how to do it now, so now we can fight for real. Problem is, the aggro goes against me now. As the main opponents, or the main party member, the attention all goes over to me now. So yeah, let's see if I'm actually capable of enduring this. I mean, it would be helpful if Aroha could pull the aggro off me. I mean, she does have the ability to use Amatsu Kyori now. And you figured that would be good for something. I want to move myself just so that my chocobo is not taking damage. I feel that will be very useful in this instance, if for no other reason than the fact that it's something I know that if my chocobo takes damage, then that doesn't help me. But yeah, if this crazy thing occurs where I end up beating this stupid Dread Dragon without assistance from other people, through no fault of my own, I will be very happy. The thing is, I'm getting close to being killed here, and the Dread Dragon is only at 75%. Yeah, my chocobo is gonna have to go all cure only if I stand any chance of victory here. Yeah. Stupid Aroha, why can't you have the use of the Amatsu Kyori to pull the aggro onto you? I mean, pretty much right as it stands right now, I'm fighting your fight for you. Alright, keep going. Well, my chocobo is doing a much better job of keeping me healed. But yeah, if we're doing this alone and you're having a chocobo not serving as a healer, then you're pretty much in trouble. That's why I know a lot of people will use their chocobos to be specifically for one attributes, but I find that a chocobo is better used when its attributes are balanced, when it can both attack and heal. And I know this from personal experience due to the fact that being someone who's played Eternal Sonata and having had Viola as a party member who can both attack and heal and do so effectively is very important as far as I'm concerned. But I'm out of TP, and the Dread Dragon is only half dead. This is not good. This is what happens when you're fighting on your own and you don't have the assistance of others. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I pretty much have to let my TP regenerate a bit manually. Pretty much have no choice, that's what I gotta do. Until I can have reinvigorate restored. There we go. There we go, that's more like it. Now keep going. Yeah, if you're watching this right now and you see me doing this on my own, yeah, you should be very impressed with what I'm doing. Knowing that I'm doing this like the day after it was introduced, with no assistance. And we are still on pace to defeat the Dread Dragon before time expires, which is important. It's a good thing my chocobo never runs out of MP, else I would be in big trouble. And take that. And he's almost dead, but once again I'm running low on TP. And the thing is, I need my status afflictions going up in order to maximize damage. And not a single soul be found. It's just me, Aroha, and my chocobo. Just the three of us. Bring this Dread Dragon to his knees. Gotta wait again. And continue. Get that vital regeneration. Yeah, there's no way you could do this solo unless your chocobo had the ability to heal you. There's just no way. It's almost over. We've almost got this thing. The three of us are about to claim victory without any other assistance. And there we go. You're welcome, world. Yeah, you screwed me over by not allowing me to have allies and kicking me out of the game twice.
At last my training is completed, and so thanks to you. You were always there to keep me on the path. I would speak with you more, but not here. Let us make for Limsulaminsa.
I will wholeheartedly agree with this. So, back to where it all began. I got kicked out of the game twice. Just trying to record this. I mean, it was pretty frustrating. Let's not beat around the bush about it. That was intensely frustrating to have to deal with this problem repeatedly. Oh, she's over. Okay, so she's over to this way. Yeah, back over at Bulwark Hall. Yeah, we spoke with her previously. Alright, Hiroha.
At last, the power of Matsukiri is mine to command, and my memories are slowly but surely returning. None of this would have been possible if not for your unwavering guidance. To think I could have forgotten a mission so vital. My resolve was unyielding, my mind focused on the task before me. In the end, I fear I may have jeopardized all I hold dear. As I told you earlier, my home is, or rather was, a world known as Vanadiel. Try as we might, its destruction could not be forestalled, but fate saw fit to give me one last chance. I was allowed to travel back in time to escape to the past before the darkness had consumed all. Together with the heroes of the past, I knew that tragedy could be averted, just as it had been so many times before. Master was the greatest of them all, a hero without equal whose grand adventures I mistook as my own memories. I cannot help but feel I am still forgetting something else important, something that happened to Master. I suppose in time it will come to me. Before I leave, might we go and speak with Maru? If not for her insistence, I would have been bereft of your assistance. It would be rude not to extend my thanks to her as well.
And so, once again, she bestows her bow before me. And so, we can actually speed ourselves there quickly, not by using an aetherite, but by going this way. We can take an alternate entrance to the upper decks, a normal entrance to the upper decks, in order to reunite with Rimumu, as well as with our young lady. Yes, the Iroha's right over here. So, Miss Rimumu?
Iroha told me the good news! Her memory is, for the most part, restored. Perhaps more importantly, her training is complete. If you hadn't come with me to Costa del Sol, I dare say she'd still be swinging crabs along the beach. Now that I have you here, I'd very much like to talk to you about my about what you were doing before we arrived. How exactly did you come to be here in Eorzea?
Please, oblige us with your story.
And you say you went back in time, trying to save your world? Yes, you have the right of it. No life was spared by the darkness. None save for mine, that is. Fate intervened and I was sent back to the past, to a time where I could find heroes capable of saving Vanadiel. That is how I was reunited with Master, although at a much earlier time than I anticipated. The last thing I remember is a fierce battle in a strange light. When next I awoke, I was here. To be torn away from Master when I was needed most. My heart feels like it may burst. How awful. You were close then? Master was like family to me, and an exceptional warrior besides. I've spent my entire life trying to become such a hero, and live up to the legends I so fondly remember.
Yeah, this time it's not a look of determination on her face, it's a look of happiness.
It all began with a stone, or so the story goes. In ages past, the sentient jewel, enormous and beautiful, banished the darkness. Its light filled the world with life and brought forth mighty gods. The world entered an age of bliss. That is until the gods fell into slumber. That world is my home, Vanadiel.
Yeah, the crystal could be likened a lot to Heidelin, wouldn't it? Hey, they even had Lalfels in this game too.
It was home to 3 great nations, the Kingdom of Sandoria, the Republic of Bastok, and the Federation of Windhurst. Powerful as they were, though, in times of strife they returned to a single hero, my master.
Yeah, 3 great nations in her storyline, much like there are 3 great nations in ours. Limsa, Gridania, and Oda.
Be it a demon of rage seeking vengeance or a spiteful god or destruction, Master was always there to pull us from the brink of oblivion.
And for those of you wondering, the pictures you are seeing are scenes from the first introduction of the online Final Fantasy universe, Final Fantasy XI.
So long as there is light and life in the world, the legend of Vanadiel's greatest hero will live on.
and to take a look back at lots of pictures from the game that was Final Fantasy XI. Its server is closing down at the end of the calendar year, and so that's why this new seasonal event was introduced.
There's little wonder these stories were the first to spring back to my mind. I have all but memorized them, but no matter how many times I asked, you would always...
Always what?
Oh, please excuse me. For a moment when I looked at you, something in your eyes reminded me of Master, and I... Don't worry yourself over it. I imagine our friend here often has that effect on people.
Yeah, I do, actually.
I realize how ridiculous this seems. Anyone in their right mind would think it's some fanciful dream, but for me this world is the dream. And now it is time to awaken. When next I open my eyes, I'll be home in Vanadiel, once more at Master's side. This may be just a dream, but it is one I shall never forget. Thank you for everything.
Glad we could be of service. And so, Miss Roja, it's time for you to wake up. Or so we thought.
It would seem I'm not yet ready to return. Is this perhaps the will of the goddess?
Yeah, I guess Umumu has all the reason to be giggling.
If it is by her will, then so shall it be. I have vowed to work hard every day to become a warrior worthy of your teachings. Then, when the time comes, we shall meet again, here in Eorzea, or perhaps in the waking world.
And so, away she goes as the sun rises on Limsa.
There goes the greatest story I'll never get to write. An adventurer from another world travelling back in time to save her people? Who's going to believe such a silly tale? I'll leave the flights of fancy to Peter, but for her sake I hope she finds her way home, wherever that may be.
And I'm glad I could help you too there, Umumu. And so, with that now all taken care of, our young lady heads off to hopefully return to her land, and we get some new gear to wear. In so doing, this seasonal event is now finished. And we also earned the achievement Heaven 11. So, in so getting this new set of equipment, what do you say we take the time to try it on? We have an Amatsu Hachigane, a Togi, Teko. We have a Haidate down here, and a Suniate over here. And then, to complete the look, let's put the headband on. So yes, there we go. She gives us our very own set of the gear she was wearing when she went into battle, and I don't know, it probably looks better on a female avatar than it does on a male, but hey, whatever. I mean, we did help her accomplish what she needed to, and so that is what we shall be happy and proud to claim as an accomplishment here in this seasonal event. Yeah, but I guess considering all the errors and problems we're having with the things uploading and crashing the way that they did, I guess we should be grateful that we were even able to finish this event to begin with. So I guess we can definitely accept that as a victory in itself too. But next time when we join you, there is one more thing that we have yet to cover. And so that will be part of the last part of the patch 3.1 that we will introduce. So with that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching the continuation of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Heavensward. And when I join you again, we will start to begin on the journey to make our way to the next and brand new 24-man challenge. So until next time everyone, this is Matthew at Novora Autism, saying take care, and I'll see you soon.